Hey guys, Chauncey Phillips here with my brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday Shambler today. They're gonna go out, see what things came out today, see what things are on sale. I know there's one specific thing I really want to try and find today, and it looks like it should be at Walmart and Best Buy, so hopefully I'm able to find that one. Also, there's a bunch of different, retail exclusives of the Power Rangers Reboot movie out today. I think there's like a Steelbook, and then there's like one that has like exclusive bonus discs, so a whole bunch of different ones, so definitely gonna go and check out those ones as well. Also, the end of this video, gonna have a couple new DVD and Blu-ray reviews for some things I received to review and talk about for you guys, so definitely stay tuned for those, at the end of this video. But anyway though, guys, let's get going and see what we can find today. Into Target we go. And like I said, the main thing that came out today was, the Power Rangers, and I actually like this one, but they have in here the exclusive, limited Steelbook packaging edition of this one. And it comes with in here too a graphic novel, like a graphic novel thing in here, a Power Rangers Aftershock graphic novel. But I actually really like this one. Like, this is one of those movies that I went into it kind of thinking I wasn't going to like it, but I actually really, really like this one a lot. Definitely hope that they make, a sequel to this, to this one. I have a full review of this one though in my last DVD update, so if you guys haven't seen that one, check that out. I posted that one last week, last Saturday, and it's $19.99 for that one, and then the regular Blu-ray is $19.99 as well, so it's exactly the same price. The 4K one is $24.99, but they don't seem to have any more of that one in. Other than that though, this one came out today, Chips, and I actually thought this was actually kind of funny. I never really watched the show at all when it was on, maybe saw like 1 or 2 episodes, but it's kind of like the show done in a raunchy R-rated version. But I thought it was like pretty funny. I don't know how similar it is to the show at all, like I said, because I never really watched it. Other than that though, it doesn't seem like they put it out yet, but the Belko Experiment came out, which I really, really like that. I'm gonna have a review of that at the end of this video, as well as Train Spotting 2, and I'll have a review of that one. Oh, I actually reviewed that one, I think it was last Tuesday I reviewed that one, or I think it was last update, but hopefully I can show these ones somewhere. But those were the other main ones today. Into Walmart we go. And in Walmart though, they have their own exclusive one, and everyone comes in here with an exclusive bonus disc here with like go on set with director and cast for Ranger Recon and see how the cool effects were made and the visual effects breakdowns. So that's the exclusive one on this one. That one's $19.96 for that one, and their 4K one is $24.96 as well. Otherwise, the other things today, like I showed, they didn't have put out in Target was T2 Train Spotting, which I thought this was a great, follow-up to this movie. It was so cool to see these characters again after 20 years, and I don't know, I just really, really thought that this was a really well done one. And then other than that though, this one, I did not like this Dirty Dancing, done as a musical. This, to be honest, was really, really, really pretty bad. I don't know, like nothing worked to me in this one, and I didn't feel like there was much chemistry with Abigail Breslin and the actor that was, doing Patrick Swayze's part. Like, if you guys watch this, let me know, but like out of musicals, I feel like that Grease Live was a lot better one. This just was not great. But the one thing in here though that I did want to get was this one that came out today, and this is the Berlin Syndrome, and this looks like actually a pretty interesting movie, and from what I read about this, sounded like it was like a pretty cool concept and a pretty cool movie, but definitely one that I want to check out. Always like Teresa Palmer as well, and this one is only released on DVD though, and other than that though, they do have the Belko Experiment in here for $19.96, and that's one too that I said I really, really love that one. Like I said, I'm going to talk about that one at the end of this video. I think this one was today as well, this like Sammy's Turtle Paradise. I'm pretty sure this was another one today. So a lot of different stuff today though. And I finally saw this one in person, because I know these ones came out. They released, because these were released as Burn Demand releases a while back, and I have like the first 2 seasons. I would probably get the second season because it has like my all-time favorite episode, so of the Rugrats. But the one that when they go to the toy store was always my favorite one as a kid. So if I saw season 2, I would definitely get that. But it's only $7.50, so that's actually really, really cheap for this. So they do seem to have these now in Walmart, because I had not seen them until now because I had been looking for them. Yeah, so I ended up getting that Berlin Syndrome thing in there, and I got these like T-packet things I always get to put in things. But yeah, I got that. Of course, they did the ID check thing. I actually had to take the ID out, and he had to look at it. He's like, oh, okay. Yeah, they always do that. If anything's rated R in there, they're real like sticklers for that. It's like, well, okay, if you need to do it, I guess that's fine. But yeah, I got that one. That was like the main thing that I wanted to get today. There's another one that came out today, and I haven't seen it anywhere yet. I don't know if anyone's gonna have it. That the last Robin Williams movie that he did, to be released. I think like Absolutely Anything or something like that, where he does a voice in it. Like a Simon Pegg movie, which sounded kind of interesting, but I haven't seen that, out anywhere at all today, though. And this past weekend, not a whole lot of things released. I didn't really want to see the Transformers movie. I never really loved those movies. I watched like the first one, I think some of like the last one, but never really been my kind of movies, those Transformer films. They're just like, I don't know, I've never cared for them. Like the Michael Bay movies, though, I have liked some of his movies like The Island and Pain and Gain and stuff, but the one that I did see is one of those movies that's got, really terrible reviews, and like everyone's like, some people are saying like the best worst movie or the worst movie so far this summer, and I don't really understand what everyone's problem with this movie is, because like, I won't lie, like I cried throughout this movie. It was kind of like that Bicentennial Man movie where I was kind of getting really teared up. I really loved the story, but it was the movie called Book of Henry, starring Naomi Watts. It's her and her two sons, and her one son is 11 years old, and Naomi Watts is kind of like at home all day. She goes to work, but she's always drinking with her friend and getting drunk and doesn't really take care of anything in the house. But the 11-year-old son, like, he's doing the bank books and working the stocks and, doing all the kind of adult stuff and like keeping everything together in the house and all the bills and stuff. But then it's like there's something really bad going on with the one neighbor and the one girl, his like stepdaughter, and like Henry finds out about it. And it's like got this like the concept of this whole movie and what the whole movie leads to and everything. It's just like, I thought it was exceptionally well done. Like, I don't understand the negativity to the movie. Like, there's some of these, I've noticed lately, some of the movies that are like on Rotten Tomatoes that are like considered like really low rated have been some of my favorites. Like, it was kind of low ratings for The Cure for Wellness. I really love that movie. This movie has like a 20%. I really love this movie. I feel like this year it's going to be like my favorite movie list. It's going to be a lot of things on Rotten Tomatoes that people are not digging, but I think you guys, it's probably not even going to be in theaters much more. But that Book of Henry, I don't know, the director of it, he made, Jurassic World and, Safety Not Guaranteed. This is way more of an indie film for him, back to like the Safety Not Guaranteed, but this is one of those films I know that he really wanted to make. He said he didn't really care if the critics did or didn't like it. It was just something that he really wanted to do, and I thought it was great. Like, I really loved it. It's one of those ones, like I said, I don't see why there's so much negativity behind it. I don't know. I guess because the story is kind of like dark, what's going on, and the idea of this kid like being the parent in the house and stuff. But there's been other movies like that as well. Even if you look at Peanut Butter Solution, that the one daughter was kind of like taking on the roles of the mom in the house. So I mean, there's been movies where like the kid is the parent in the house, sort of, because the father or mother is kind of like doesn't have it together. But if you guys saw Book of Henry, let me know your take on it, because like I really did like it a lot. And let me know too if you guys saw anything else this weekend, this past weekend. But coming up, though, there's a whole bunch of stuff in the coming weeks, like The House and that Be Gold, I think that's how you say it. A bunch of stuff, though, coming up. So it's gonna be a whole lot of movies. And people are wondering too, I may do standalone movie reviews here and there for certain things, but I pretty much like to put the reviews, though, in these shopping videos. Into Best Buy we go. And in here, their edition of the Power Rangers, at first I thought they had a Steelbook as well, but their one here is a deluxe gift set, which comes with collectible art cards in here. So that's a pretty cool one. So like I said, the main version of this today was the Steelbook, and then this one, and then the one at Walmart, that had the extra bonus disc here. But this one is actually a little bit more, though. This one is $21.99, so $2 more for this edition than the regular Blu-ray edition of the film. And then their 4K one is $24.99 as well for that. And they have, Train Spotting as well, and that one actually came out on, 4K as well for $27.99. And I think this one came out today as well, this Prison Break, the event series one, which was like the show when it came back. And I don't know, I never really watched the show when it was on, but I feel like something about like this takes place before the end of the last season or something like that. I don't know if I'm totally wrong about that. And then their copy of the Belko Experiment is $19.99. And then this thing, I think this one was today, this complete set thing here. It's hard to get out here, but of this, like I think, the Blu-ray set of the show Grimm. It's in this kind of cool, like book kind of case thing. I'm pretty sure, though, this one was today. And over here, though, they actually did get the Berlin Syndrome as well for $12.99, so the same price that this was at, you know, Walmart. But other than that, over here, I believe this one came out today. This The Strain, the complete third season. And this is one I've never really seen this. I think I've just seen a couple clips of this one, so don't know how this show is. And I don't think, other than that, though, I don't seem to see that one I mentioned earlier, too, that Robin Williams movie. Doesn't seem like anywhere got that one today. If you guys have seen that one, like I said, I think it's called Absolutely Anything. Let me know, though, how that one is. And it's funny, this is like a new section over here they have called Trending Now. I've never seen them have this. They must have just put this in. And I guess this is where they're putting like newer releases, you know, so they can kind of like a section to put like newer ones that I guess that are getting a lot of attention. This one though, I have all these movies already, but it comes with that Spider-Man 3, the editor's cut, which I'm kind of interested in that. I don't think it's in any of these other sets here. I think it's only in this limited edition one. And is that, if you guys have this set, is that only on digital, that alternate cut, or is it actually on a disc here? That's what I'm really wondering about, is if it's only a digital thing or it's on a disc, or, you know, for it. So that's all for this DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. Like I said, the only thing I really wanted to get was that, you know, Berlin Syndrome one, and I didn't see that other one anywhere today, though, the Robin Williams movie. But anyway, though, guys, like I always say, if you guys enjoy these videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up, and stay tuned now for a couple new DVD and Blu-ray reviews. And the first one here from Fox is a movie which I really love this one. I saw this one in theaters as well. This is written by James Gunn, you know, who's written and directed the Guardians of the Galaxy films, and, you know, the director of this one directed the Wolf Creek movies, which I really love the Wolf Creek movies. It's a movie called The Belko Experiment. This was actually a really, really cool movie. And it's basically, though, about a group of these people working in an office building in Colombia. And it's kind of like a weird building. They don't really, no one really knows exactly what the reason for this is. They do kind of like weird surveys and call people. It sort of seems like kind of odd, busy work. You don't really know what exactly they're doing. But all of a sudden, one day, the shutters close down in the building, and then all the doors to get outside are locked, and they hear over the intercom someone saying that, you know, that you have these things inside of your head, and if you don't do what we say, you know, everyone's going to die. And within 30 minutes, or they have like certain times throughout the movie that they have to do certain tasks, and they have to kill a certain amount of people during, like, if they say in the next 30 minutes, 20 people you have to kill 20 people, otherwise 50 will die. And it's kind of them in there not believing it at first, and it's kind of them, you know, finding out that there's something really going on and trying to figure out exactly if there's a way to get out of here. And it's kind of, the whole movie is really just people kind of going crazy and going after everybody and having to kill them and all these kind of crazy violent deaths. And it's got that kind of feel of like Battle Royale a little bit. I loved it. I loved like the setting in the office building and them kind of hiding, and they're all being watched by cameras and you don't know who's watching. It's kind of got that Cube feeling as well, about people being watched and you don't really know who is behind this whole thing. But I love this. There's a whole lot of people too who have like cameos and small parts throughout this movie. Like Michael Rooker's in here as one of the kind of maintenance men in the building. John C. McGinley is in here. Tons and tons of people are throughout this entire movie playing all these different parts. The other one who has a really pretty big role in here is James Gunn's brother. He's in the movie. But I love this movie. I thought this was like a really, really cool concept. You know, hopefully they make more of this series. Like I said, it's got that kind of Cube feeling mixed with Battle Royale, that kind of paranoia of them trapped in this building and not know if they're going to be able to get out. As on here, though, a featurette in the movie, as well as deleted scenes in a gallery of the movie, you know, still gallery, but definitely worth checking out. Really, really love this movie a lot. The next one here from Olive Films, and this is one, I can't say for sure if I saw this one, maybe like as a really little kid, because I always loved Phoebe Cates, so I feel like I might have watched this like as a kid, but haven't seen this one since like 1993 or 2 or something like that, because my favorite Phoebe Cates movie ever is, you know, Drop Dead Fred, but this is a movie called Shag, and it's actually a pretty fun movie about a group of these girls that are going on a vacation to Myrtle Beach because Phoebe Cates' character is getting ready to get married, and she's kind of gonna get married to the first person she was ever with, and she doesn't really know for sure. She's not totally confident on the whole idea of getting married to this guy, but her friends are all like, well, we should go and have like one last big party at Myrtle Beach. And they tell the one's mother they're actually going to go look at like museums or some kind of historical buildings and stuff when they're actually going out to the beach, and they're all kind of dancing. It's kind of like that set during the time of like beach blanket bingo, kind of when everybody was kind of like doing like the crazy shag kind of dancing. And, you know, that's what it's talking about, is like the dance styles back then. And they all go out there. It's kind of like them going out there and they're meeting some guys and going like to these parties, and there's a lot of like great like 60s music. I can't say for certain though if this one has all the original music or not, because I was reading that like some of the versions of this movie, like when it came to DVD and VHS and stuff, they had to change some of the songs and stuff. So I don't know for certain if like this version has all the original music that was played in the theatrical version or not. But I really like this movie a lot. Like I said, one that I feel like I hadn't seen since I was a really little kid, and definitely, you know, really good picture quality on this one as well. The next one here though, it's from Olive Films, and this is, you know, Slasher Video, their line, released this. But I was disappointed with this because, like, it's called Victims, but, you know, it says right in the back, too, that this is, like, from the best quality that they have. But this is, just keep in mind, this is not Blu-ray quality at all. It was, like, I think it's from, like, a Beta SP tape or something, but like the quality is so bad. I mean, like, it's worse than a VHS. Like it's like the quality of like a VHS that you get like a bootleg, like dubbed over like 6 times over, and the sound was bad. And, like, I could deal with it if like the sound was bad and then like the picture was okay, or the picture was bad and the sound was okay, but both were bad. And like I couldn't even get through it, to be honest. It was like the picture was just really bad. But essentially though, it's about like a group of these two guys who are these that rob this bank, and it's like a slasher type movie about girls going out to the woods getting killed and stuff like that. I mean, I love these kind of, like, you know, it was actually shot on film, but it's like these shot on video type films. But, like, you know, it was actually, like I said, shot on film. But I guess like the print doesn't exist anymore or whatever. But it has, you know, a commentary track on here, and then, you know, an interview with the director. But the picture quality, I just couldn't get into it because of the picture. It was just really poor quality picture and stuff, and just really, I have to be 100% honest on that. I mean, if you get it, they have a DVD version as well. But like I said, it's not in HD at all. And like I don't know. It's kind of weird, like when you see like some companies that put these amazing transfers, and then you see something like that. It's just hard for me to watch it. And the next one here from Troma, I just covered this up so no one says it's like cleavagey, but it's a movie called The Last Day of School, and it's basically though about, it's kind of a funny concept. It's sort of like an American Pie style kind of like film, road trip kind of feel to it. Sorry if I'm getting red. I don't have any air on in here, and it's like 97 degrees outside, so it's very hot in this room right now. But it's, like I said, a movie called Last Day of School, and it's about a group of these kids who are caught cheating at school, and they end up, you know, the professor and like says, you know, you needed this. You're not going to graduate from college if you don't pass this class, and, you know, you blew it. You ruined your life and everything. But he's like, well, if you do this list for me, I'll pass you, and I'll forget about this cheating, and I'll give you an A. It's basically them getting this list that has like these like tasks they have to do, like TP somebody and like get these girls for the professor. It's like, it's a very funny, ridiculous kind of concept. Lloyd Kaufman is in here with a cameo, like a ridiculous cameo in here. The movie was all shot in Vegas, so that was pretty cool too, because it was like shot on the Strip and all throughout places throughout Vegas and stuff. I always like movies like set in Vegas, but it was kind of just like them having to do all these crazy tasks and weird situations that they get into. Like I said, it's definitely got that American Pie kind of vibe to it. And has on here though an intro with Lloyd Kaufman on here, as well as a behind-the-scenes slideshow on this one. The next one here, and this is from Camp Motion Pictures. This is a movie called Amityville No Escape. This is a pretty fun movie. It's about basically it's kind of about like a group of these friends that are making like a documentary about like fear and horror type situations and scary type things, and it kind of cuts back and forth to their documentary, and then the documentary, this footage that this one woman had filmed inside of her you know, her house when she just moved in. She was sending her tapes to her boyfriend who was away at war. Like, she was like recording on a VHS. It was kind of her like sending like home movies, like saying, oh, how's it going, like this, telling about things that were going on. But like slowly, like weirder things start to happen in the videos that she's showing. You're kind of wondering what's going to happen here. And then it's about the group of those people set now out there doing a documentary about like fear, and they're kind of going to the area where this, you know, where this happened, whatever it was that happened to the girl in that house. And they're out there like starting to see weird things. That's essentially what it is. It's just kind of like cuts back and forth between them. I thought the VHS stuff too, they were supposed to be on video. They did a good job too, like making it look like it was like 1990 something. But it has on here though feature film, commentary track on here, and then a fun short on here that the director did as well called Christmas Presents. And I actually really like that short about like this babysitter going to a house, and then like this weird like Santa that was like standing in there, like this statue Santa, and weird things were going on. The next one here, this is pretty cool. This is Mark Polonia's new movie, and this is the first movie that he actually shot in, the West Coast. He shot this in California. So this is pretty cool because like all of his movies have always been like in Pennsylvania and like Pittsburgh and that kind of area. So to see a movie that was shot out here with, actors out here, and then all the locations, a whole lot of different. They filmed it in like Santa Monica, Pacific Park, and all these different locations. But it's a movie called Land Shark. And it's basically though about these scientists who are doing these experiments on a shark, and the one shark ends up like the sharks are basically getting out at night and like walking on land and like doing weird stuff and going and killing people. And the one scientist like doesn't know what's going on, but the other one is all in on it, like them going out and doing weird stuff at night. But what ends up happening though is a lot of them the sharks end up getting out, and they have to be kind of neutralized and killed. So it's the two scientists having to go out and try and track down and find these sharks, and the sharks are kind of going around killing people, like I said, on land. And it's all these kind of crazy, cheesy deaths of people getting killed by the sharks. Like I said, the coolest thing too was just to see, Mark Polonia do a movie too out here and in all the locations and stuff like that. I really enjoyed this one. I just thought it was a really fun movie. Jeff Dylan Graham, who was actually in some of the really, really early Polonia Brother movies, he's actually in this in a cameo, so it's kind of cool to see him do a movie with them, because he hadn't done a movie with them in a really, really long time. And I think that was like some of his first ever movies were actually in the early Polonia Brother films. But definitely a really cool one here, and has a commentary track on here and a making of documentary. And the last one here from the company called Altered Innocence. This company released one of my favorite movies in a long time called Desire Will Set You Free. If you guys haven't seen that one, that was like an amazing movie. Definitely check that one out. This is a movie called Violet, and this is kind of like a Gus Van Sant kind of movie, kind of like kids feel too, and it's all like definitely like very much an experimental kind of feel art film about like this kid who's at the mall with his friend, and the one friend ends up getting killed by these two guys, and you kind of are trying to figure out who these guys were. And it's all a movie that all deals with grief, and it's all done in like long shots and really long far back takes, and a lot of it is very, very small amount of dialogue. It's all kind of done through expressions and kind of the emotions and stuff like that. But it's basically though about this kid, and it's kind of about what happens to him afterwards. And he's like, him and his friends are like BMX riders riding bikes around and stuff like that. And him dealing with after his friend had died, and the parents of the kid who died and what they're going through. And then like some people too are kind of mad at this kid, saying that he should have done something because he didn't do anything to help save this kid because he was right there. So it's kind of like all this stuff going on. Amazing, amazing cinematography on here. And I even mentioned too, it was kind of like Paranoid Park, that film as well. It had that kind of feel to this one, but and it has on here the theatrical trailer for this movie, but and some of the other companies' films. But really interesting movie here. But anyway though guys, that's all for the review portion of this video. Now stay tuned for an unboxing of the latest BAM box. So we'll take a look inside the latest BAM box. I'm going to put a link below if you guys are interested in signing up for the BAM box. So see, it's in here. It's always like kind of pop culture and all kinds of stuff in here, and every month has like a different theme to it. The first one in here are some patches. That's kind of a cool one of Sloth as Superman. That's really cool. Sloth Superman patch. This one, USS Nostradamus. I don't know, I have to look in the booklet to see what this one is a reference to. There's even a Lucha Libre mask in here. That's pretty cool, Lucha Libre mask. And a Batman like kind of notebook thing here. That's cool, and that's actually really cool. And then there's a pin in here, a Shaun of the Dead pin. They always have BAMBox exclusive pins in here. Hat pin, that's a really cool pin here. And then usually there's like some signed autographs in here, and some prints, like a print here of E.T. That's a cool print here. And then let's see who this autograph is. Looks like there might be two. Oh no, there's another print in here of Sloth and Chunk. That's cool. And Chunk has the Baby Ruth bar. I like that one, the Sloth with these giant muscles. And it's like a limited one here. It's like 348 of 4,000 of this print. And then there's another one in here, and I guess this one's the autograph. Yeah, this is the autograph here of the Red Ranger from Power Rangers. And I think this was like, yeah, Austin. Oh, yeah, Austin St. John's. That's a pretty cool thing in here. And let's see inside. They have a booklet. It says theme for June is like heroes and villains, unlikely heroes. Let's see. Oh yeah, it shows like there's alternate versions of pins. There's like a dead version, and then there's one without the blood with the bat. And here's the alternate versions of these prints too, the sloth and chunk prints. And let's see what else it says in here. Yeah, it's a prop replica. Also, it's a Nacho Libre mask, so that's cool. Yeah, I have somewhere, I don't know if I still have it anymore or not, I had that Nacho Libre mask years ago that came with like the DVD or Blu-ray, something like that. And like here's the booklet here, hardcover ruled journal, so it has like notes and stuff in there. And then I think it says the next, does it say the next month one? Something animal influence, something like that. Then it says there's going to be a giveaway for a Hugh Jackman autograph. So that's a pretty cool, BAM box this month. Like I said, if you guys are interested in the BAM box, I'll check out the link below. Anyway, guys, thanks again for watching this video, and I'll see you guys later.